live in New York City, where here all the scandals and lies will be played out. Now first, we're going to have our guest, Tom Buchanan. Hey, Tom. Now, Tom, I remember you threatening Gatsby about some unfinished business he had with the mob. You mentioned some guy named Walter. What was Walter hiding from you about Gatsby?
Well, after Gatsby's death, I felt there was no more secrets to hide, So when I told Walter the news of his passing, he felt there was no need to hide it anymore. He spurred out that Gatsby had this big deal with some mob downtown. If it wasn't for Wilson, Gatsby would have been killed by those mobsters anyway due to his poor partnership.
Now, Gatsby was full of secrets. You knew he was in danger all the time. Now, I have to ask, because this has left a big gaping hole, but do you actually know who was driving the car that hit Myrtle?
It was Gatsby, wasn't it?
No, but I think it's best that it was shared.
What's the use? They're both dead anyway.
Tom, it was your wife.
Ooh.
Don't lie now, Nick. You know I don't like jokes.
Let's bring her out, everyone. Daisy Buchanan.
Thank you, Nick. If it's okay, I'd rather not talk about this incident.
All right, well, Daisy, remember that letter you cried over on your wedding day? What did it say?
Yes, it was from Gatsby. This is it right here. Dear Daisy, my love, I hate the distance that separates our love from each other. I miss you, Daisy. I miss the life we wish to share with each other. How are you? I haven't stopped loving you. You're all that I think about. When we see each other again, we'll never let go of you. You are my life, my world. Please never give up on us. We are each other's soulmates, Daisy. The moment we meet again, I will set down my right knee and ask the most beautiful question. Will you marry me? You can finally have that gorgeous child we have been dreaming of since the first time we said, I love you. I still do, Daisy, even more than before. I learn to love you and more every day. I miss you, my darling. Stay safe. With much love and hope, Jay Gatsby.
Wow.
Broke my heart for days.
Why did you start crying, though?
I realized that I stopped loving him.
Speaking of Gatsby, why did you choose Tom over him, even though he cheated on you?
Tom knows plenty about my past. If I were to leave him, the darkness behind all this glitz and glamour would have been revealed.
What did he threaten you with?
Gatsby and I wanted a life together, a child. Funny thing is, we did, but I never told him because he was poor and we wouldn't be able to afford such a life. But I ended up miscarrying. I never wanted to tell Gatsby because I knew everything would have been ruined. That's why I confided in Tom, but it ended up hurting me 5 years later.
It was obvious, though, that in some cases you did pretend to care about Gatsby. Why?
I did love Gatsby at one point, but recently I only dated to prove a point. Tom forgot about me for some woman, so I decided it's about time I got the attention I deserved. I guess I ended up getting what I wanted.
Okay, thank you, both of you. Daisy and Tom Buchanan, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Myrtle Wilson. Wow, Myrtle, looking more alive than ever. Now tell us, what exactly was that fight about between you and your husband that caused you to run out so frantically?
Well, Wilson was a struggling alcoholic, and when men drink, the world becomes a blur. He held no forgiveness to my actions and began to hit me. I saw a friend out the window and ran for dear life, hoping to God they'd help me. But what came after that, I did deserve. I broke my husband's heart.
You had that affair with Tom, right? Did you love him at all, or was it just for the money?
Money? No love whatsoever. I wanted to help my husband and I have a wealthy life. But who knew Tom would get so attached?
I recall you and Tom got a dog together, but then it suddenly just vanished from your life. Where is it?
Beats me, poor pup. He deserves so much more.
Well, actually, I do know where he is, and he's here with us tonight. I found him on the side of the street.
Woof, woof.
Thank you, Myrtle. While you enjoy your reunion, let's bring out Wilson. Now, Wilson, your wife had an affair, yes?
Correct.
Do you have any clue who it was with?
No idea. But I had a feeling she had something with that coffee man next door. She
gangsters always getting stuff for free.
I understand you assumed it was Gatsby who killed your wife, and what followed was very devastating. Did you ever think you were going to kill a man?
Never. I knew Gatsby was a great man, but the anger within me was so extreme that all I had on my mind was revenge. So I shot him. I was out of my mind that I didn't even remember what happened. But when I saw Gatsby there, lifeless, I knew I killed the wrong man. I was the one who deserved to die.
You too were a great man, Wilson. I wish those of the greatest minds did not suffer so much. Thank you, Wilson. Now our final guest, the victim to Wilson's rage, Jay Gatsby. Gatsby, we all know that your one goal in life was to pursue Daisy, but all of us were left wondering, were you lying to yourself when you said that you were the only one Daisy loved?
Well, old sport, looking back at it, I guess I kinda did. I know I did love her, and in Louisville, I knew she felt the same. But now I know, after all these years separated, I was forgotten. I was just chasing some unrealistic dream that caused my life to end.
Very sad to hear that the life you wanted with Daisy never worked out. We have one more question, since you have nowhere to be. But did you see Wilson approaching to kill you?
I saw a ragged man approaching me while I was in the pool. His gun startled me at one point, but it was too late for me to run, for he had already pulled the trigger.
Are you sure you truly tried to escape him?
What do you mean, old sport?
I understand you had a very tiresome and painful life. The days prior to your death were not the best of times in your life as well. With this never-ending pain, did you allow Wilson to kill you?
I could have run. I should have. But I hurt so many lives in my life. I almost tore the beautiful family Daisy created with her husband over some unrealistic fantasy that was blown way out of proportion. I grew hopeless, Nick. I came to the realization that my entire life was a failure. I was a fraud. How can someone go on living knowing that their whole life was a lie? That it was a part of some little farmer boy's fairy tale. So yes, old sport, in a way I did allow Wilson to kill me. I deserved it. I was not a great man. I was a fake. I was nothing.
Although your life was full of misery, you were a kind man, Gatsby. No man deserves the fate you had to encounter. Myrtle and Wilson did not deserve it either. All of you deserve more than what you were given, but your minds were somewhere else on the East Coast. It's all about money. That's what destroyed you all. Selfish pleasures. Well, that's a wrap. I'm Nick Haraway, and you're watching the Reunion Special. Woo!